So yes, here we are. I've been spending far too much time this weekend playing pinball, but hey, these are what these machines are for, and to have some fun. Interestingly, it's variable in terms of what ROMs you put on, in terms of how intuitive the pad and the keys work, but it's got some very easy to follow remapping, so you can remap every single game to however you want it, and amazingly it saves the configuration. And you've even got a little quick and easy keyboard command, with just a click of a button brings you up the main keys from the Amiga. So yeah, after a bit of fiddling about, you can absolutely get this running very, very nicely. And you can just zip back to the carousel, and like you would for the actual normal games, zip down and just pop a save slot. 4 save slots for every single game, so it does include, you know, any game ROM that you've got, it will still have the ability to have 4 slots. So that is brilliant, isn't it? And you can just zap straight back into home. And so with trickier games that require a bit of kind of F1 or escaping, you can absolutely easily do that. Whip it away and you're off. I just had to configure this game in particular with just the flippers on L and R and spacebar and return for a bit of tilt, but hey, isn't that perfect? It's running a filter, it's not running a CRT filter, because that does, particularly with these pinball games, it does kind of make it very difficult to see the scoring. But yeah, it's just running a nice smoothing effect for modern TVs, and yeah, it works absolutely sweet. So I say, don't worry too much about the configuring. Once you get your head round it, and you can, it does help to have a bit of a memory of how kind of Amiga games worked back in the day, particularly with these pinball games requiring either the shift keys or the Amiga keys. But yeah, once that's done, very easily done. And as I say, you can just hop back into the menu, and as I say, as soon as you put your USB stick in, it just shows that icon, and it's just there, and you can just keep viewing. And what a lot of people haven't really kind of shown yet is, for, as I say, each game you can just quickly pop into this other menu. Don't ask me what some of the optimization does. I'm not quite sure what copper and CPU JIT do, but if you have that additional knowledge, you can absolutely play with your heart's content, and you can also tweak some of the memory, but it's not something that I'm overly familiar with, so I've kind of left that as the normal settings. As I say, map keypad, map the gamepad, quick in, edit, and it takes you through. And what I really like is that you can just skip some of the buttons, so you may not wish to map everything. If you want to map it to certain keys, click a button, tell it what you want it to be, and you select it, and then you simply move on. You can close all that down, close, straight back into the game, and then it will remember any configurations.